What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm on Talks and Gaming today, people. Today, I'm bringing you the second place Toxic Legacy 3 tournament that just concluded. What was it? Saturday, I think it was. And yeah, this is Hexie's list. He got second place with it, and it's Volcanic's Twisted. So it's a very unique deck, very cool deck. It's not what we were expecting to see in the top four, let alone second place in general. And it blew everybody's mind, really, to see how well this deck performed and see how well Hexie piloted the deck. But yeah, it's really, really good. Highly recommend trying it out. Highly recommend going on the ladder, trying to figure it out. If you're going to any of these YCSs or anything like regional events, nationals is coming up, so that as well. You should probably bring this, give it a try. It's actually very good, and we saw how good it actually is through the Toxic Legacy tournament. So, yeah. So the skill, like I said, we're playing is the Twisted Personality skill. You get this skill during each time you lose life points. So this is not an updated skill. Each time a player, each time you, yeah. So this skill got eroded a while back. So it says each time you lose life points, put a counter on it. Once per turn during the main phase, you can use one of the following skills. It being remove 2 counters from this card, then discard a random card from your opponent's hand, or remove 3 counters from this card, then destroy one face of card your opponent controls. So every time you do take any sort of damage, you're just going to get a counter and then be able to either rip cards from the opponent's hand or destroy cards they control. So it's very, very good. Cards that makes this card very good. It's like Volcanic Shell. When Shell's in the graveyard, you pay 500 life points and then add another shell. It's not, a hard once per turn, I guess. If you have multiple shells in your graveyard, you can resolve both shells. So, yeah, that's really cool. So, Twisted Personality then gets 2 counters by you using 2 of your shells, which is really nice. Volcanic Rockets in this deck play to 3. This is one of your main cards, and what it does is that it searches your Blaze Accelerator from your deck or graveyard. And Blaze Accelerator is one of the key cards of this deck because you send your shells to the graveyard, use your shell, and destroy a card your opponent controls. Is the monster, I believe. Yep. Target one monster your opponent controls, send one power monster 500 attack or less from your hand to the graveyard and destroy that target. So you send your shells. Your shell effect will resolve in graveyard, paying 500 life points, putting a counter onto your skill, adding another shell, and then Accelerator can be activated again, pitching the shell, and then destroying another card your opponent controls, and then Shell's effect will activate again, adding another shell to hand, putting another counter onto Twisted. You can then rip a card from hand at most. Another card that works really well with this skill in particular is Wildfire, because you're paying 500 life points. Not only that, it's a quick play Dark Hole that puts a token on your side of the field, which is really, really cool. So this is probably one of the better cards in this deck. And yeah, it's really, really nice. So like I said, it's just a quick play, pay 500, put a counter onto your skill, and then summon a token after blowing up the field. Very cool. Royal Firestorm cards is also playing this. This card is like Pot of Greed for the deck. You just shuffle 4 of your fire monsters, being your 3 shells, whatever other fire monster, Pyro monster I think it is. Yeah, Pyro monster from your graveyard into the deck, and then draw 2 cards. So it's really crazy in that regard. DD Warrior Lady's also played as 3 because it's one of the best cards in Speed Duels, as well as Owen Spirit being played as 3 because it's one of the best cards in Speed Duels. So, yeah. Again, we're seeing more Wall Disruption in this format, which is really nice to see. I think this is a very powerful card. It had a long run going for being a very strong card in Duel Links, and I think we're going to see a very similar run here in Speed Duels with this card as well, as long as it doesn't get power crept with, like, Mirror Force or something, you know? So another one is going to be Floodgate Trap Hole, which is also seeing a lot of play right now because of the Cyber Angel matchup. Cyber Angel is just kind of loose to this card. So yeah, that's why we're seeing it played at 3. For the side deck is really cool. We got 2 Night Beams, which is mainly for the Warrior Burn deck that's been running around, David Warriors as I call it. And it just pops set spell and trap cards. Your opponent can't respond with the card you're targeting for it. So it's just good in that regard. Get rid of Zomas, set Zomas obviously. In this case, getting rid of Floodgates. And like I said, against Burn, getting rid of Wheels. So yeah. Defusions are in here because Dragoon is definitely a menace in this format, so having the Defusion in the side deck is very nice. Golden Ladybug is also a cool card, again, for the Burn deck, so there's that. And then he also plays 1x Waking in the side deck, which is really weird because this deck has a lot of, like, weird bricks in it, and then seeing that Waking was in the side was like, this seems kind of bad. But then it resolved on, it resolved during the tournament, and then I'm sitting there like, I guess it's not bad. I guess I'm just dumb, because like he just used it and then summoned out Dragoon and then was able to control the game from that point. It was very cool. But yeah, the waking targets are what you normally see, being Cyber End, Arcana Knight, Destiny Dragoon, Ojama King, Restrict, and Ultimate Dragon. So some people use Cyber Blader, or I think that's its name. Yeah, Cyber Blader. Or is it Blade Skater? No clue, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, congratulations, Hexie, for your second place. Thank you for playing Volcanic to this and performing very well. It was a lot of fun to watch you play. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this type of content, and if you're looking forward to the next video, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.